Welcome back to Keen Plays. Today I've got another package here from Temu. A few random items, a couple of board games in there as well, so excited about that. I ended up only spending $13.65. I used up all of my remaining credit, didn't get anything back in return, but I don't know, I'm kind of done with Temu honestly, so this might be my last package here that I get. We'll see. But anyways, regardless, let's get into it. Okay, so let's see. First up, we've got a random item here. This is a wireless CarPlay device, which I was kind of skeptical about, but I'm also intrigued. I want to see like if it actually works, because I have a vehicle that's like not quite new enough to have CarPlay, but it's got like the screen and everything set up in it, so I will try this out and see what it's like. But yeah, okay, so this ended up costing $9.04 on Temu. Not sure exactly what I'm looking at. I think this just gets like plugged in to a USB on your vehicle, and then you're able to use your screen and you have CarPlay with it. And it's got a little adapter to USB-C. So I don't know. Don't really know what to think about this. Yeah, it looks like it's got some kind of instructions here with the QR code. Maybe I'll do a separate video on this and just see if it works, or if it corrupts my vehicle or something. Anyways, there we go. Quick little item there, $9. Hopefully it works. And then next up we've got, let's see here, save the board games for last. We've got what is this? Yes. Okay, I was wondering about this. Okay, so here we've got some some little Toolbox Labels, I guess. I was expecting these to be like metal and magnetic, but it looks like they are 3D printed. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's not super bad or anything, but yeah, we got some power tools, drill bits, ratchets, miscellaneous hammers, sockets, blades, screwdrivers, electrical, Allen hex, pliers, wrenches, and then we've got a roll of I think this is magnetic strip. Yeah, it's magnetic strip. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, I guess you'll just tape that to this side, and then it becomes magnetic. You just put that on your toolbox. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, luckily, this was only 1 cent. I got it on like some kind of a deal or whatever, so nothing really much to complain about there. Be able to put that on my toolbox. It just clearly like 3D printed. Anyways, 1 cent, can't complain. Moving on to the actual exciting part of the video, we're going to be looking at a couple of games here. First up, we've got Super Mega Lucky Box. And this game came out in 2021 and currently has a 7 out of 10 rating on Board Game Geek. Temu was trying to sell it for $15.90. I'm not sure how much it would be at like a board game shop or online, but not too bad of a deal on Temu, especially if you can, have credit that you can use. Now, looking at the box though, you can tell that it's just a rip-off, because it doesn't have like any logo on there of the publisher or anything like that. Usually it would have some extra stuff on here. It does give you this here: 1 to 6 players, 20 minutes, ages 8 and up. The box itself is, you know, pretty banged up, damaged, pushed in on this side here, and a couple of marks on the front as well. Let's see what's on the inside. Okay, we got some dry erase markers. Those look all right. 6 of those. And then we got some little pieces here. Got a whole bunch of lightning bolts and moons. I think those are wooden, so that's nice. Yeah, a bunch of those. And we got a whole whack of cards here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so these have like Chinese writing on them. Hopefully that doesn't matter too much. These are your scorecards. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't matter. And then here we've just got, looks like we've got 60 cards. And these all, yeah, they feel like they are dry erase cards. Hopefully. Hopefully I didn't just ruin that card. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Very nice. So yeah, a bunch of those cards. This is, I think it's supposed to be like a, you know, bingo style, flip and right style game. And then we got some more cards here. Yeah, so I believe, yeah, you got a couple of each number 1 through 9. And then these all get shuffled up and you flip it over, and then everybody just like writes down a 9 that they can get rid of. Or like mark off a 9 on their scoreboards, on their scorecards, or bingo cards, I guess. So yeah, kind of like a bingo style game. But there's like some added stuff to it, of course. We have English rules, fantastic. Always a bonus. So yeah, I believe like you go through 4 rounds. Everybody gets like 3 of these cards at random. And then yeah, you flip over these cards and you cross off that number. And if you ever get like 3 numbers in a row crossed off, then you get this bonus over here, which would be like you get to cross off a 1 on another card that you have. Or if you get 3 down in a column, then you get this thing here, which would be 2 of these lightning bolts, which I think lightning bolts you can affect the number, like make the number higher or lower. And I think this question mark, just any number you can cross off. And then moons is like a end game scoring thing. Same with stars, I think. So yeah, anyways, very cool. Excited to play this game. Pretty good condition other than like the box itself being a little banged up, but otherwise pretty happy with it, honestly. Very nice. Decent markers as far as I can tell. And some wooden pieces. So yeah, not bad at all. That is super mega lucky box. Very nice. And lastly, we've got basically like a brand new game here. This is Jungo. Came out in 2025 and currently has a 7.1 out of 10 rating on Board Game Geek. And Temu was selling it for $14.38. So looking at the box, this one looks a little bit better. You know, it's got like the creator's name up here. No logo though for like the publisher. So still a ripoff, but at least it, you know, gave some credit. And this one is in quite good condition, actually. There's like a little dimple there, but nothing like pushed in or anything like that, so that's nice. And I believe this is from like the same creator as like Trio, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it looks very similar anyways. We do have English rules, very nice. Yeah. And then we have the cards themselves, and that's all there is to this game. With a nice little insert in there. Other than that, it's just the cards. And these, very nice. They feel great. They look really good as well. Yeah, definitely trio vibes for sure. And this is just like a card shedding game. Just, you know, first one to get rid of all your cards wins. But there's some like added things to it, of course. I think, you know, you start off with just laying down one card, and as long as someone can go higher or lay down more cards, but I think they either have to be the same number or go in order. I'm not sure. Like you could lay like a 2-3 because that would technically be, you know, going in order. Not entirely sure though. And then you have these cards here where you can use either like a 7 or an 8. And I think the only other thing that's kind of like different is that once you have your hand of cards, you can't move them around. So kind of like a scout type of thing. Yeah, very interesting. Definitely have to get into that and see what it's like. But there we go. That is Jungo. And those are 4 items from Temu. Let me know what you guys think. We got Jungo, Super Mega Lucky Box, some Toolbox labels, and this little CarPlay device, which I am quite intrigued by, and I will have to check that out and see if it works. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and as always, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome, and thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.